Student, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to discuss about the force. Means, what is force? Force is a pull or push. Force is a pull or push which is it can change the position of a body by applying them. So you can say force is needed. Force is needed to change the position of a body. Now, what is the unit of force? Unit of force, they have to the SI unit of force is Newton, and the CGS unit of force is dyne. What is the relation between dyne and force? To one, so dyne and Newton, sorry. To 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. This is the relation between dyne and Newton. Now, what is the effect of force? Effect of force, in force can change the position of a body. Means force can change the position of a body. Force can change the direction of a body. Force can change the shape and size of a body. Force can also change the rest to motion or motion to rest when applied on a force. Now, kinds of the force. There are two types of force. One is balanced, another is unbalanced. To balanced force means when the magnitude of force will be zero. Magnitude of force will be zero means the force will be balanced force. It means how many forces are applied, they are equal to each other, and the movements, you can say the position of body is not changed. This is considered, you can say the magnitude of the force will be zero. It is the considered as a balanced force. And another is unbalanced force. Unbalanced force means when the resultant, you can say magnitude of force not will be zero, the position of bodies change in after the applied of force, so it is considered as a unbalanced force. For example, we are kicking a ball, it means the movements of ball is going on because the force applied by our body, it is an unbalanced force, and the position of ball will also change. Now, what is the impacts of force? You can say according to this force, they have many. The law of motion is regarding Sir Isaac Newton's. There are three laws of motion: first law of motion, second law of motion, and third law of motion. So, first law of motion is totally regarding of inertia. So, what is the means of inertia? Inertia means any body's virtues always resting to the same position unless we do not apply the force. If you apply the force after this, they can try to remain their position. This is known as inertia. Inertia means it is the virtue of bodies to always consist the same position. Now, the law of motion. The first law of motion is inertia. So, what is the means of inertia? Already discussed. The same things according to first law of motion. When a body is applied on a force, the movements of the body is totally depend upon mass of the body and applied on force. And F equal to ma means when force is applied on it, the body is accelerate, means starting the movements, it means totally depend upon magnitude of force. F equal to ma. This is the first law of motion. Now, second law of motion. The second law of motion is first law of motion, sorry, second law of motion, F is equal to ma. When force is applied on a body, so it will totally depend upon mass and acceleration. When force is applied, more force is applied, mass is always constant, or acceleration depend upon different quantity of the force. Means force is applied on body. Okay. Now third law of motion. The third law of motion is totally known as law of action and reaction. Law of action and reaction. When a body is applied on a force, when a force is applied on a body, the body is always applied a force in the opposite direction when force is applied by on the body. This is the known as law of action and reaction. Many uses of action and reaction law, like the force is when a gun is shooted, the bullet is going on forward and gun is also pushing a force in backward direction. This is the law of action reaction. When a person, another example, when a person jumped on the body, when a person jumped from a boat, so he moved from the boat to move the forward and also push the foot in backward side. So this is the example of law of action reaction, you can say third law of motion. Another thing is momentum. What is the momentum? Momentum means when momentum F is equal to mass into velocity. When momentum is defined as it is totally directly proportional to product of mass and velocity, and P equal to mass into velocity. This is the known as momentum. What is the mass of momentum? Mass into velocity, and kg meter per second. Yeah, you can say kg meter per second inverse. Yeah, second inverse. This is the unit of momentum. Now the law of conservation of momentum. The same that's like the law of conservation of energy, neither we create. The law of conservation of energy is that energy neither create nor destroy, only change a form to another form. So in the same way, law of conservation of momentum, it means the position. Yeah, you can say the body momentum of a body is always constant. Yani initial momentum equal to final momentum.